You have now tuned into Insight Sundays, the show that brings you relevant news, youth topics with a new mission and focus for our communities. Here is your host, Adrian Mickens.
What's going on, Indianapolis? It's another edition of Insight Sundays right here on AM 1310, The Light. As always, we have to give a shout out to all of our sponsors, which are Andrew J. Brown Academy, Indiana Christian Leadership Conference, or ICLC, Buttons and Bows Hair Salon, Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus, New Vision Lighthouse Ministries, Inner Beauty Incorporated, New Breed of Youth, Lighthouse Academy Charter Schools, Providence Crystal Ray, Vitality Bowls, Sam Ash Music Store, and Beach Grove Bible Church. All right, Indianapolis, as always, we have another spectacular show for all of you all today. If you are in the car and just so happen to get out, if you want to see us live, of course, you can go to Facebook at Insight Sundays. Once again, that is Facebook at Insight Sundays, and you can catch the live stream, Instagram, Snapchat, or Twitter. In the house today, we have our scholars here from Lighthouse Academy Charter School. What's your name?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn's in the house.
Stephanie.
Stephanie's in the house, and we have
Diamond.
And of course we have the lovely Miss
Sharenta Johnson.
Miss Johnson's in the house, y'all. The family coordinator there at Indianapolis Lighthouse Charter School. It's getting closer towards the end of the year, and we all know what season this is. This is graduation season, and we have some couple of the top three seniors there here at Lighthouse here in the studio who will be obviously graduating this year and moving on to bigger and better things in college. So I'm going to talk with you ladies one at a time. I want to get your couple insights about over the years at Lighthouse, how have you grown, all that good stuff. So, attending Lighthouse, how many years did you attend Lighthouse, Jocelyn?
9 years.
9 years.
Since fourth grade,
said,
yeah.
Oh, man, she said that emphatically. So, the 9 years there at Lighthouse, how did you grow over the years? Success, tell all the pros and the cons with that.
Oh, yeah. So when I first came to Lighthouse, the school that I'd gone before, I moved because I was a terrible student. And so at Lighthouse, the teachers I found really cared for me, and they really motivated me to be a better student. And I think that's what got me to where I am today, and just all the support.
Any special teachers that you want to give a shout out, who really work with you one-on-one?
Yeah. Well, the first teacher, it was Ms. Falzerano and Mr. Carr. They were the first teachers that really motivated me when I got to Lighthouse. Mm-hmm. And just Mr. Jody, Mr. Liphart, they've been helping me a lot. I always go to them when I have questions, and they're just really willing. All my advisors that I've had, they've all been really great, and I've always been comfortable with asking them all the questions I have.
Awesome. Miss Stephanie, your years at Lighthouse, your success stories, pros and cons, everything. What we got?
Oh, well, I wasn't at Lighthouse for 9 years.
Okay.
But I was there for 4 years, so basically my high school career.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so far, when I first started at Lighthouse, I was a very shy person. I was very closed, didn't like speaking out. But as the years progressed, I started gaining my confidence. I think it was mostly because I started getting a big head. Mm-hmm. Teachers and students started looking up to me.
Okay, all right.
In a way.
Would you say that, I know twice a year Lighthouse does a thing called exhibitions where all the grade levels you basically learn how to present yourself. Each grade level, I believe, does something different, but when you become a senior or junior, you start talking about the college life and what you would do and all that kind of stuff like that. Would you say that exhibitions are very helpful for you?
Oh yeah, I definitely say exhibitions are very helpful for me. I first came to Lighthouse not knowing how to give a presentation, how to talk. Not only, I can, in a group of people, I can be very funny, joke around, but when it comes to being professional, that was my problem. Exhibitions, it shows you how to dress up nice for a professional occasion. So maybe that's when you're trying to get a job or when you're going to a college. Very important things, and it also shows you how to speak properly, not just. You don't want to use a lot of slang. You got to keep, a nice voice the whole time. That's basically what exhibitions helps you out.
All right. So, Miss Diamond, your years, pros and cons, how did you feel like your experience was there at Lighthouse this year? Over the years.
I've been at Lighthouse for 4 years now. I basically started my high school experience at Lighthouse. And I'd say Lighthouse has really helped me a lot during my years. I came to Lighthouse very shy. I always had my nose in a book. I didn't want to talk to anybody.
Well, that's a good thing, though. He's in the books.
Yeah. And after, going to Lighthouse, year after year, I kind of opened up more and was more comfortable with who I was. And I wasn't afraid to show my, true self after a while.
All right. Well, let me ask you this question too as well, because this was kind of my first time, meeting you, Miss Jocelyn, but I knew Stephanie and Diamond before. How do you guys feel like the extracurricular activities was over the years? I know you did drumline. How was the drumline experience for you? Because she's bad, y'all. I'm telling you, Indianapolis, Stephanie's bad on them drums.
Thank you. No, well, see, the drumline, that was one of the best experiences I could have as a high school. Our high school is actually kind of small, so for them to offer drumline, I was like, I gotta do it. I have to do it. Playing the drums is actually one of the instruments that I love to play. Probably because it's probably one of the only instruments I know how to play.
Right. It's a big part of the music. You gotta have a rhythmic format. Well, let me ask you this question. Did you guys present it to Principal Gall, or did Principal Gall present it to you all?
Principal Gall presented it to us.
Okay.
And when I saw the flyers and when I saw the Wando, I was like, I gotta do it. And then I showed up and I was the only girl. It was great. It was great. It was funny.
And your years in choir, again, Indianapolis, we have a songbird in the house, Miss Diamond. She tears it down every talent show. What has been your experience with ILCS choir?
It was definitely something different for me. Like I said, I was really shy and I didn't really think me being a shy person, I would be able to go out and do it. But once I did, it was actually something really fun, really different. Like Stephanie said, our school is kind of small, so I didn't really think we would have something like that. And for us to do it and for me to go out and do it was really, really great.
Do you enjoy the way that the choir has evolved over the years? Because before that, I was there when there wasn't even a choir there, So did you like the way that it's evolved now with the choir and having multiple different facets of it?
I definitely think it's better now. Before it was kind of on the struggle bus. but yeah, we progressed and we got there. And I think we've done a good job with the choir now.
All right. We're going to swing this back over here to Mrs. Johnson. Mrs. Johnson, over the years, I know these are all your babies, plus more that couldn't make it in the studio, but they had a big class. We can't fit all 70 of them in the house today. What has been your experience with all the scholars, the ladies here over the years, and seeing them grow?
Oh, my goodness. It's just amazing to watch these young people develop into wonderful young adults. The sad part is seeing them go.
Yes.
But I know they're all going to further their careers in life, and I'm excited to see where they end up and come back and see our other children and sit in on the exhibition boards.
Yes, y'all got to come back. Come back. Well, I forgot to ask you this. Which teacher really impacted your career or educational career at Lighthouse?
Educational, I would have to say my advisor, Mr. Eversole.
Okay, yeah.
At the beginning of the school year, he was basically like another father figure to me. He was always the one to push me, no matter way past my limit, and he always had a different sense of humor. Mr. Eversole, he was very serious. But even when he laughed, he'd make the sound, but the face wouldn't move. So, that Mr. Eversole, he was the one to push me hard, and he was the one to motivate me through it all.
All right, and Diamond, who do we got that you want to give a special shout out to?
I think my teacher would have Kinsey, just because she's always, like other teachers, she's always pushed me beyond what I feel like I'm capable of, and she's always told me what I needed to hear, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear.
Gotcha, which is good. Would you guys say that, and I'm going to swing back to you, would you say that Lighthouse truly has a family-oriented knit that really brings everybody together as a whole?
Definitely. In all the activities, I think that shows. We have a lot of traditions like the dodgeball tournament and different things like that. And all the teachers, they're always not just the work, but they also want to know what's going on. They'll work with you no matter what. And so that kind of just feels like a family. Like she said, that Mr. Eversole was a father figure, because the teachers are like that, and it just feels like a family.
All right. With that being said, once again, if anybody is listening on air and you want to check us out live, please go to Facebook at Insight Sundays. Once again, that is Facebook at Insight Sundays, or you can catch us on Snapchat, Twitter, or Instagram. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to finish up with Indianapolis Lighthouse Charter School and their scholars. Welcome back, Indianapolis, to Insight Sundays. Once again, we're going to give a shout out to all of our sponsors, which are Andrew J. Brown Academy, Indiana Christian Leadership Conference, Buttons and Bows Hair Salon, Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus, New Vision Lighthouse Ministries, Inner Beauty, New Breed of Youth, Lighthouse Academy Charter Schools, Providence Crystal Ray, Vitality Bowls, Sam Ash Music Store, and Beach Grove Bible Church. All right, we're going to pick back up right here to the show. I'm going to start right again with Miss Jocelyn. You are the valedictorian this year?
I am.
That is correct. All right. So how does it feel to have that honor of valedictorian?
It feels great. Like everything really paid off. All the hard work, all the late nights staying up doing homework. So I'm really excited, and it's opened up a lot of doors for me so far.
All right. And ladies, how was I know we just had the senior signing day. How was that experience?
Well, to me, it was just a whole nother reason to be nervous again. I really enjoyed it. It was a whole different experience. Something that I've never done because I was never a senior except for this year. Mm-hmm. But I think it was a little interesting, something different to do, because in graduation, you just go up there, get your diploma just like everyone else. But in senior signing day, you get to show a little bit of who you are. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You get to be an individual and not just another person graduating.
All right. Ms. Diamond, how was the signing ceremony to you?
I think for me, it was like I had a mix of emotions. One, I felt very proud of myself for actually getting up there and getting in front of all these people and actually telling them, hey, this is me. I'm going here because I did this, And at the same time, I'm a crybaby, okay? So I look out there and I see my mom, and just knowing that I did this and I did this for her and I did this for my family, it just kind of got me a little overwhelmed with my emotions, and I did cry. But like overall, like I said, it just made me feel like very proud of myself for actually getting up there and letting people know that I've done this as an accomplishment, and I'm going here to carry out my dreams and to become this and to do this.
So, Ms. Johnson, as an administrator there at Lighthouse, and over the years, I know you've been to every one of them, and you actually have a graduate that's in there too as well. How was it to see the senior signing day in the way that it's grown over the years?
Oh, it is a wonderful thing to see. Many traditional schools only do senior signing day for their athletes only. Mm-hmm. And for us, we get the opportunity to shine the light on all of our seniors. Mm-hmm. And with that, you just don't know what struggle someone went through just to make it, to get on that platform, on that stage. And it's always great to hear, I'm proud of you, or you'll do well. And you expect to hear that from your parents, but to be able to be cheered on by your peers, and the CEO of Lighthouse flew in from Florida, and other parents, just to be there, absolutely. And, just to tell all the kids, the scholars, I'm proud of you. Good job. You've got this. Yes. It's always great to hear.
All right. So let's figure out where the girls are going to college. Where did you guys choose to go to? Jocelyn, we'll start with you. Where did you decide to go?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay. You're good. Go ahead.
I chose Hanover College.
All right. And what would you plan on majoring in?
Communications, and then I'm pairing it communications or journalism with business administration.
All right. And see, like I told you before, I wish I would have got a chance to meet you years before. I didn't know that you had an interest, in that. But that's pretty cool. I hope you get very much good success with that. Where do you plan on going to? What do you like to do?
Well,
would like to do, I should say.
Yeah, would like to do. I'm going to go to Indiana State University for a year, and then after that, I'm going to transfer on to IU Bloomington. Okay. What I'm going to be studying would be business administration. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. And I also want to major in a minor major. Mm-hmm. Maybe I can do both.
Now, I'm gonna throw you a curveball here. Oh. Why did you choose business?
Yeah.
Why did you choose that?
Well, my parents own businesses, like a restaurant, ice cream shop. So I get fat. And because I've seen how they do things, and I want to do what they do because it's something that I've already been introduced to. Correct. Something that I'm already into, and so I feel like it would be hard, but not as much to go and study for business administration when I already have a personal experience for it.
That is very true, and I'm glad that you said it that way, because I'm going to ask you, and since you've kind of been raised in it, do you believe in entrepreneurship?
Do I believe in it? Of course I believe in it. Of course I believe in it.
Do you believe in it because you know the certain saying like you're your own boss, or do you understand what it's kind of gonna take? I mean, I know you're gonna go to school for it to learn, you know, the book format of it and the legalities and all that kind of stuff. But from a learning experience by watching your parents, because much like you, I did the same, and I had businesses within my family, and I watched my mom and other relatives and stuff like that. That hands-on experience is priceless.
Yeah.
So you've been rooted in entrepreneurship, and you don't even, I mean, you know it, but you won't experience it until you're out there and you can see. So do your other siblings, you know, have that feeling too as well of wanting to be entrepreneurs in the family?
Oh, my little brother definitely does. He says he wants to grow up and take over.
Okay.
And, but my sister, I don't think she really, you know, wants to do the work that is needed. She's more like I'll take care of the money type girl.
We always got to have a finance.
Of
It's a very important job. All right, Dom, what we have? What do you plan on going to, and what do you want to major in?
I'm going to Indiana State, and I want to major in business administration and management.
All right, and why did you choose your field?
Well, okay.
Besides you being quiet.
Because I feel like, really, this is just like my mindset. I feel like anybody could just go out there and just make like a business or, you know, do things like that. But I really want to do something that I really love. Like, I want to open a business in either photography or culinary. I know they're two completely different things, but I've had a little bit of like experience in photography and a little bit in culinary. Okay. Like I'm in a culinary class now, and I feel like if I open my own business, my own restaurant or something, I would feel accomplished in life.
and the reason why I'm asking you ladies this question is because I want to make sure that what you're picking, your heart is into. You know, after high school life, what you do and spend your time on is critical. And if you're wasting your time, you can't get that time back in life. And I didn't even ask you, why did you pick the field that you picked, like in media and communications? Why did you pick that?
Well, right now I'm taking a class in Arsenal Tech. I chose TV and radio broadcasting, and I've had a lot of experience with my professor, Mr. Masterson. I've done a lot of recording in like the IPS school board meetings and things like that. And that, like, I just realized that that's what I wanted to do. Like taking that class, I just really enjoyed everything. You
feel like you're like an outgoing person a little bit, and you got that personality to be able to do that?
I think that once I'm there, like it just happens.
All right, this is what we call just you have the it factor, that natural factor. So when you get on the mic, everybody know who you are. You're distinctive, all that good stuff, far and few in between. So that's really cool. Last question for you, ladies, and we're gonna swing around the opposite direction and start with Diamond. By this being your last year, graduation is coming up, all that good stuff like that. What are some memories that you have of Lighthouse, and also long-term in life? What's some things that you would think about, you would remember about your high school years?
Oh my gosh, this completely threw me off. Some memories from Lighthouse. I will definitely remember my first year coming to Lighthouse and just being, because I moved from California, so it was just like a whole different atmosphere.
Yeah, fast to slow pace.
And I'm just definitely going to remember how close I've gotten with everybody at Lighthouse. I mean, it may be a small school, but it's like everybody said, it's like a family school to me. Like, I will definitely remember everybody for like I will definitely remember like all of the teachers and how they were to me and how they helped me. And I'll definitely remember the field trips. Yeah. I loved the field trips.
Yeah, I know they took you guys out to like theme parks and stuff like that towards the end of the year. It's pretty cool. For you, what do you want to think about years down the road, 10 years down the road, about your high school years?
Oh, I think the most memorable thing about my high school career was probably being on a sports team, which was basketball. I like basketball and volleyball because we were basically the same girls for both sports. And I think they'd probably agree when I say it'd be before the games, where we'd be in the classrooms or waiting in the locker rooms, and you start getting hyped before the game or after when we win, the days that we do win. We get super, what these teenagers these days say, lit.
You're helping out our older audience listeners there. We appreciate that stuff.
I think that the experience, the bond that we had, it was just, that was probably going to be one of the things that I'm going to remember years from now, is the experience I had as a team player.
Awesome. Miss Jocelyn, 10 years down the road, what do you want to think about?
I'm always going to remember the people, everyone, the teachers, like just how they were. They always, like, they were so funny. They're so funny, but I'm going to remember it like that. And I'm also going to remember, like, end of the year field trips. Those were, like, just times that everyone was just having so much fun and everyone got to bond, and I'm always going to remember those.
All right. And Mrs. Johnson, we're going to wrap up the show with you. I know it's that time of the year where we're looking for enrollment, all that good stuff like that. How do they get in touch with Mrs. Johnson?
Well, they can call me at 317-351-1534, or you can submit an application online at www.lighthouse-academies.org.
All right. And also, too, as well, I found out that they do have a mobile app, so you can download the Lighthouse Media app and still get all of your content information. Check out some videos from teachers, all that good stuff, far and few in between. As always, I thank you, ladies, for coming in today to Insight Sundays, and for all of our audience listeners out there, we thank you guys for tuning in on Facebook, in the car, wherever you are. We will check you guys out shortly.